you could put the best father right now. I'm a good father. I like to think so.
Right.
You feel me?
Got it.
But my baby mom was a good mother.
Right.
You feel me? And if I had I know some people. If I had one of their baby mamas, you feel me?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would be performing as great as I am.
That's true.
Hey yo, welcome back to Tapp'd In, bro. I'm Brandon. This is my nigga Corey right here.
What's up?
And today we got Hoola with us as we talking about the single life and being a single dad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, this ain't I know we catch a lot of flack for being single dads and all of that, and you really don't get no shine like that. Single moms get a lot of shine and a lot of people behind them cheering them on. But today we're gonna shine a light on single dads and what we do.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Because they're always saying that it's like it's too many baby daddies and black men don't raise their children.
Yeah.
But like I see examples of black men raising their children all around me.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow that goes overlooked. And even on Father's Day, it's like moms are posting, "Oh, well, I'm a father too because I do both roles."
Right.
So don't nobody want to hear that shit.
What a father, he don't get credit for helping you make the child.
He don't
Most
get
men
nothing.
that single fathers, you feel me? They not looking for
Right, that validation.
You feel me? They not gonna
Because
be
that's
on.
your job.
They not gonna be on social media talking about, you feel me? Happy Mother's Day to me.
Yeah.
You sound soft.
Yeah.
Hey, that sounds crazy.
I mean, that's real, but at the same time, man, I still do feel like it's something that should be rewarded to me. You don't have to ask for it, but I do feel like we should get more gratitude for the single fathers out there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm personally not a single. You know what I'm saying? I'm co-parenting or whatever.
Yeah.
I give respect and take my hat off to the single fathers because what y'all do, man. Like,
I'm back co-parenting, so you feel me?
Yeah.
And that's real easy. That's real easy.
It's
So
the
co-parenting that don't take care of your kids, you just
trash.
you
For
don't
real.
want to.
right.
There's nothing to it.
The hardest part is really the road to co-parenting.
Yeah. There we go.
That's the hardest part.
That's where all the grief is at, all the back and forth with the petty shit.
There we go.
Tick for tack, you did that, so I'm gonna do this, and she still in the
So
fucking child support card and shit.
And what I tell all my little bros, you feel me, is you gonna go through that. You feel me? Even if you're in a happy relationship and you young and you got a baby or whatever, y'all gonna go through some drama eventually in life. You feel me? It's gonna pop up.
Right.
It happened to everybody. Just roll of the dice, win.
Yeah.
You feel me? But as long as your kids is happy when they see you, that's what they gonna remember.
That's the main thing.
So try to keep that. Try to keep that. Everything else don't matter. Cause you're gonna forget the drama over the years too.
Yeah, it's gonna fade. You know, it's real prevalent when you in it, and it seems like everything they doing is wrong. Everything they doing is getting on your nerves. Like, how can I get out of this situation? I'm tired of this shit. But really, over a long term, you look back and it really was something small. But that really could have been a conversation. But that goes back to what we were saying before in the other podcast. It's like communication is broke down in relationships. Like, our parents didn't teach us properly how to communicate.
Right.
So now we don't know how to communicate with our kids.
And not many people come from two-parent households.
Yeah.
Right.
That's rare.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And that makes it even harder. Now you're only getting one angle to look at it, especially when it's usually a mother raising a child, a son. So that boy grows up to see the world through female eyes.
Right.
So he thinks like that.
Yeah.
So then when you get around other alpha males, they like, man, quit acting like a bitch.
Yeah. Why you acting
You
like
got
that?
bitch tendencies, and we don't know what it is, but that's just what it was.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
The way you talk, the way you were raised.
Yeah. And that's just how he was raised by her
can't really
behavior.
blame her because
That's all she
ain't
knew.
never been a man before.
Right.
Never. Not one day in her life.
So let me say this though, like, cause I was one of them kids that grew up in a home where my mama was raising us. But I mean, mama, she showed us what she could. She only had like a high school education, not even like a dropout actually, because she had to drop out to raise my older brother. But I think like I was saying, I think in one of my episodes, it was either an episode, it was that or one of my IGs. I did. But I was talking about how even though I didn't have that father figure that might have showed me the right way, I still had some type of male figures, like they were street niggas. You know what I'm saying? They was, oh, you out here selling dope, bro. Yeah. Come here, let me show you how to cook this shit. Like, damn, you showing me the wrong way, but you still showing me how to man up for myself. You teaching me the basics. But you teaching me the basics on how to be a man and how to, you know, the things that my mama can't show me. It might be the wrong way.
Stand up, greet.
Right.
Look them in their eye.
Yeah.
Talk with your chest.
Yeah. That type of shit. Yeah.
That's what's interesting. Like, it's good principles, and there was love put into that message, even though it had the wrong circumstances around it. Was
negative around it.
Like, you killing me, but you loving me at the same time.
Right.
Yeah. But you get older and you realize they were surviving.
Yeah.
You feel me? They were surviving.
And they was teaching you how.
They try and teach you why they survived.
Right.
You feel me? So if he teach you over here breaking the stuff down, he got to teach you. You feel me?
Right.
How to ride this bike. Right. Goddamn, we only got 24 hours.
Right.
We only got 24 hours.
I got to get back to the grind.
Yeah.
24 hours to learn how to ride this bike. Little nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Then it's going to be a new day.
Right.
So I don't blame none of my elders for nothing they went through. You feel me?
Right.
My dad taught me, you know, I taught you what I knew, and I gave you everything that I had. And of course, now the new generation, we're going to have more info than they have and faster. We got these. So now we can amplify that shit. I can learn 8 times what my father learned.
Right.
But I also got to be passing it down, too. Because if you just gather information and keep it for yourself and you don't do nothing with it, there was no point in learning that shit anyway.
Yeah.
You got to execute on it.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons I wanted to do the podcast, to be able to put out information to the youth. All the stuff that we picking up in our 30s that we should have knew when we was teenagers.
Right.
Because I be feeling like I'm behind the ball on the stuff. I be learning some of the conversations we had.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm 36 just now learning this. I know this white boy Cal, he learned it when he was 18.
I'm serious,
working for his dad at the family store or whatever.
You can't think like that. You got to be focused, because you feel me, the last generation is 40, 50. Learning it now.
Right.
You feel me? We still ahead of them.
Yeah, that's true too. That's a good point of view.
Yeah.
Good perspective. And then I always say this too, man. Like, I feel like everything it comes in the time and the matter of what God, how He places it there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we always say all the time, things that you learn, your gift or whatever, it's certain things that you're supposed to be doing that's you supposed to know. You supposed to understand for you, because that's gonna be the part that you elevate in this life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to whatever's going on right now, even in this generation, it's gonna be something that a seed you gonna plant that the generation before didn't plant. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta look at that in that perspective as well. Like, shit, I might not supposed to know that shit. Yeah. This nigga might be the next herbalist. He know everything about weed. He might be the one to grow all the plants we need to heal ourselves. Yeah. While I might have to go over here and I might be the person that come up with something to purify water or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But everybody got their own little set thing that they have to do. But when it all boils down to a full circle, like whatever seeds we plant, we have to make sure our kids be the ones to see them grow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got to teach them how to manage that. You know, a lot of the things we get caught up in day to day, we doing, moving and shaking, and they kind of learning from watching us, but we really need to sit down with them and take them through the steps. Because, you know, I want to leave my child at a spot where if I die today, you know how to, you know, go open the store, get the lights, you know how to pay bills, you know how to do the inventory already. Right. You're already self-sufficient. Not, oh, I think my dad did this, and then he did, you did it out of order, and now you end up fucking up, and now you lost the business. Right. So we got to make sure we diligent and actually sit them down.
I said that happens a lot too.
Yeah. You know? I see a lot of businesses get lost in the newer generation. Right. And the old people be like, oh, you know, your granddad had that business for 72 years. And then as soon as y'all got it, y'all got this new shit.
Yeah. But, you know, it's also like I was saying, I did an IG, you know what I'm saying? I was talking about something on there earlier. And I was talking about how sometimes we might be planting seeds that we might not even see them hoes grow. Our kids gonna see them. Right. But the thing is, are you starting the process? Are you tilling the land for them? Are you getting everything ready for them? That's the process, because some things that might elevate in what we doing might not prosper until we gone. Yeah. So it's just the thing of just moving forward and doing it, bro. Let's just do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people making excuses. What are you doing? What's the process? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The household name of what we doing right now might not be as big as we want it to be until we gone. Yeah. It might do something, but it might not be as big. You feel me? So that's just what it all boils down to, man. But I got a question for you, though. Oh, okay. I got a question for you, man. The question is, when did you know you was going to become a single father, and what led up to it?
Well, my baby mama went to jail, so it wasn't like I knew it was coming. You know, okay. It was like she had trial and stuff. So that had to be like 2018, 19, something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was tough though. It was tough.
So, in that process, when you said it was kind of unexpected, like, what was your thought process? Like, how did you receive that? Like, damn.
Well, it wasn't really unexpected, like, because we was talking about him coming to stay with me anyway because he was getting older. He needed to learn. You feel me? Yeah, right.
Yo, how old is your son?
He's 15 now.
Okay, yeah.
I got one when he was 9.
Yeah. Father got to come in.
So, but when he was gonna be 10, he was gonna come stay with me anyway. Okay. Yeah. But I did this before the jail. We ain't know that was just happened. So I wasn't expecting. You feel me to be dolo? Yeah. You feel me? Whatever. You feel me?
So you got what, a year earlier than you were supposed to?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, not really. Like a few months because he was gonna come that summer and stay with me.
Yeah.
So now y'all at a point where it's like y'all co-parenting, like
she out now. She did like 2.5, 3 years. Yeah. And she's out now. We good. Co-parenting good. I like to think so.
Right. Because that's hard. I'm telling you, like when he was saying something earlier, I didn't want to cut his wisdom because I do that. I'm out for the South. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm out for the South. I'm passionate about what I do, so sometimes I'm gonna be talking like a motherfucker. Y'all just better get used to it. Anyways, like he was talking earlier, and he was saying something about like how hard it is, like to co-parent sometimes. Like it's. You know, that go back to what I always say. I was telling in one of the podcasts, one of the episodes, I was talking about how sometimes like this baby mama stuff, baby daddy stuff, it been going on since before we was born. Right. It was just they probably had a different name for it, whatever. They called it something different. You know what I'm saying? But it's been going on, and it's like, who's to say that my mama didn't push my father away? That's why he went around.
You don't know.
Instead of saying fuck that nigga, he raised me. That's the thoughts that I had as a teenager, as a young man. And as I got older, I'm like, what if my mama was on that bullshit? Who's to say? You know what I'm saying? So, and I know now, like firsthand, I've dealt with it in these situations I've dealt with where it's just no understanding from the other side because they seeing it from their perspective. You seeing it from yours. Right. That make it hard for you to get around your kids sometimes too. And then they'll take that and flip it and say, you ain't no good father or you ain't this dude a deadbeat. But sometimes it be them like that's putting that vice in between you and your child. Yeah. So I mean that's kind of rough too, being a father, especially single father. You know,
the environment counts for a lot. Yeah. Right. You could put the best father right now. I'm a good father. I like to think so. Right. You feel me? Right. But my baby mama's a good mother. Right. You feel me? And if I had I know some people. If I had one of their baby mamas, you feel me? Yeah. I don't know if I would be performing as great as I am.
That's true, right?
It's a two-way street. You feel me? I ain't never had no windows or nothing like that busted out. Right. You feel me? So I ain't went through all the drama. Right. Yeah. So, but I know if somebody put my windows out, I'm probably gonna keep a good little distance. Yeah. Right. I have my sister or somebody get the baby, so my baby was bad. Nah, he bust my windows out last time. Man, nah.
You know, sometimes it ain't even the two that's in a relationship that make the environment bad. But sometimes it could be who your baby mama is dating, that's making the environment bad while your kid is over at that house.
Yeah, that's a
so
lot.
You like, man, I don't like that nigga. Dad, like, this nigga, I don't know, he always rough me up. He don't let me really be around my mom. But you ain't really got no control over that household because you know what I'm saying. That ain't your house. So how do you deal with that mentally? Have you gone through that?
Oh, definitely. I think I've been through most of the everything.
Yeah.
Just nothing where my stuff getting vandalized and but everything else, I probably went through. I went through that.
Deep, man.
So how do you correct that other man's behavior without overstepping your boundary in his house, respecting that relationship? Because the nigga gonna think you trying to get back with a girl, and I'm like, I don't want her.
I ain't never had nobody messing with my son. My son ain't never told me like somebody mistreated him.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I would handle it the way most people would think was wrong. So
let me put my little input on that because I feel like this too. I feel like that is a very important role that the mama has to be a part of because you bringing this person in the house around my kids. So if anything, I'm gonna get with you. And if you got to understand it, because like I said, a lot of times the understanding is not good. Oh, no, don't be telling me what to do in my house. And you got to deal with that type of shit. So if that's not good, it's not going to work. But if she got to understand and y'all got a good relationship when it comes to co-parenting and understanding what it takes to raise your child, whatever the structure got to be, then I think personally that's who the father should go to and talk to the mother and tell her, hey, look, this what my child is telling me, whatever. I feel like, you might want to sit down and talk to him. You know what I'm saying? And she should be the one to say, okay, let me go and fix this. Because I'm the one who brought this new thing into this household.
I would definitely talk to her first.
That would be the person
in that situation because I don't even see him as the head of the day. He ain't got nothing to do with me. You feel me? So I'm going to talk to you. If he need to just, you feel me? Mind his business. Unless he touch my son or something, then I'm gonna talk to him.
There we go.
You feel me? Because she ain't protecting him. So my son is hurt. I ain't gonna talk to her. But if he just uncomfortable, I'm gonna talk to her.
There you go. There you go. Now I got a question for you. I got another question. One more. How important do you feel it is to build a structure and solid foundation for your child, for your son? How important do you feel that is to set that foundation for him, man, as far as his future goes?
His future, like financially?
Like just period. I mean, even giving him the game, whatever, like what level of importance do you feel that is to you?
Man, I'm kind of strict. So I pump him a lot. Like, if he came in here right now, I could ask him, what's a man's job? He gonna tell you, provide, protect, progress. You feel me? He know that since he was under 10 years old. You feel me? Pump that in him. Pump that in him from till I die. You feel me? You gotta provide for your people, protect your people, and progress for your people.
That's right.
You feel me? Because you ain't gonna have it forever. You gonna leave it. You feel me? And everything I'm doing for you is for my grandson. And everything you do need to be for your grandson. My son's a junior. You feel me? I said you gonna name him a third.
I love that. I love it.
I remember I heard a quote say that a man will drive himself crazy trying to get all the wisdom for his son just to get wise enough to know that the wisdom was for his grandson.
Ooh, that's deep.
You feel
like that?
So we trying to do generations and generations, and we was talking about that too, how like, with the structure of what we doing now, who we rocking with, when it come down to Tapp'd and everything we doing is we trying to feed families. We not playing with this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's for real. Like, if you rocking with us now, you gonna rock with us then. Straight up. And we not finna be putting up no walls with people. Like, we trying to meet people. We trying to, collide with different people who got the same mind states, the same mind frame, the same vision. Like, this is what it is. Like, I want, man, speaking of that, let me see that shirt, bro. Like, y'all check it out. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to get off. So this is single father doing this. He making time to do this.
Stay ready business.
Y'all stay ready business. You know what I'm saying? This how it go down, man. This dope. This is dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But this is what we doing.
Shout out my bro, Shirley Trail. Also a single father. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, I salute the single fathers, man, because like I said, they don't have that help that the women have, man. Like they don't have it. They don't have that. I mean, I'm not saying they don't get that help, but it's like you only got a certain extent of help you're gonna get as a man because the world expects so much from you as a man. And they forget that we humans too. Like even though we providers and we gotta be the strong one and we gotta men go through stuff too, bro. Like we still human beings, bro. Like we still got flesh, we still bleed, we still feel. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's so much expected from us. And when single fathers can pull through and do what they have to do, man, I gotta salute it. I got to, man.
Yeah. That's the toughest part.
Right.
That's the toughest part.
Yeah.
Raising them is the easy part.
Yeah.
All that extra shit is the tough part.
Yeah.
What's the toughest part you have, like, between you and your son? Like, is it something that he's really not catching on with? You like, I don't know how else to explain this to him. Stop hanging with them niggas over there, or whatever it may be.
My son is probably, I don't know, if I could build a kid, I don't think I would change too much. A little bit, he look goofy. Yeah. You know, he looks too brain, but that's part of being a kid. But as far as, you feel me, his grades good.
Right.
You feel me? And he's in advanced classes. Yeah. You feel me? He even got offered to get college classes. He's a freshman. You feel me? In high school. Yeah.
So he's very receptive.
He was in chess club in elementary school.
Yeah.
I learned to play chess in the 3rd grade.
Man, I still don't know how to play.
Man, I'm gonna have to sit down with you. Yeah. I've been trying to teach my wife, and like I fell off, man, like on playing it, but like I started back getting into it because the thing about chess, but I real say about chess, every man needs to learn how to play chess.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's fact.
That's what life is.
That's what it is.
It's all about planning your moves. Yeah. And you gotta plan it right, because if you mess up one move, you can lose.
It's perspective.
Game over.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
And this the crazy part. Even though we talking about single fathers, you know, much respect to the mothers too, because it wouldn't be no single fathers or no type of fathers if it wasn't a mother there to give us our child. The most valuable piece on the board besides the king is the queen. But the crazy part is the queen is the one thing that queen gonna protect the king. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's the mind state women got to get back into. You got to remember that your
queen gonna go on the mission. You feel me? Queen gonna go take something out. Gonna be all over the board. You need me to go over here? I'm gonna go. Yeah. And set them up.
It's equal value with those two pieces. It's equal value with both of those pieces on the board out of every other piece that's on the board. But it teach you, it make you think, bro. It's gonna make you stop and say, hold on, man, that might not be right.
You gotta be a good chess player to win without your queen.
Yeah. You got to be precise. That's the most powerful piece on the board, actually. That queen.
Yeah. Yeah. So have y'all ever experienced any women that, like, out in the dating scene that didn't like y'all, wasn't interested because you was a single father?
Oh, that's a good question.
I be seeing women online like, I don't want no nigga that got a baby.
Kids,
But they be having like 3 kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, how you requesting something that you can't do?
Right. I ain't never had that problem because I don't really approach women like that. Yeah. Right. You know? And when you're a single father, women usually approach you.
Yeah. For sure.
But they just really approach you because they wish theirs was like that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's what it be.
That's deep.
But you can't fall for that because they might not be like that because of how you are. Yeah. So you gotta be careful on that part too.
Yeah.
You might be toxic as hell.
Toxic as hell. That'll be a big issue. That's gonna bring a big issue, knowing that there's a kid involved too. But the thing is, like, what get me is like not only like, let's say a woman get with a guy that has kids. You know what I'm saying? She don't have no kids. The man, the male who's taking care of, who's a single father taking care of his kids, he's not. It's not an expectancy from her for help for his kids. Yeah. But you get with a woman who got kids.
For sure. She expects
later on down the line.
Yeah.
y'all kicking in and y'all getting close, y'all got a good relationship or whatever, she feeling something for you, she gonna expect you to drop something in that bucket to help her with her kids.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
me personally, I'm the type of person, I'm gonna provide who's around for me.
Yeah. Right.
You feel me? If you for me, I'm gonna be for you.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think nothing's wrong with that.
And if you not for me, I don't even like baseball. I don't like 3 strikes. You get 1 strike with me. You feel me? You get 1 strike with me. You could ask anybody. You get 1 strike with me.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So first time you come at me like that, you ain't gotta worry about me no more.
Yeah.
I'm out your way. We ain't clicking. No hard feelings.
Right.
I'll say what's up to you at Walmart.
Yeah.
You feel me? But you mad because you feel me?
Yeah.
No, you ain't the one for me, and I'm not finna deal with the rest of my life with you.
Yeah.
So we gonna rip the Band-Aid off quick.
Can't be putting no triangle inside the square. Don't be trying to put a triangle inside the square. The picture's just not. The piece is not gonna match.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is.
My best advice is just, you feel me? Quit urging.
Yeah.
Well, at first sign, pay attention to red flags. Quit. Go on. Lots of people out here. Quit. Oh, you feel me?
Too many fish in the sea.
Don't put yourself through that. You got shit to do.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And I've been down that road, like, young, cause I don't know, I got daughters too. Yeah. So, I know how it is, man, and I'm lacing them up from my perspective. Watch out if a dude do this, do that. I did my player shit, I done did all kind of shit. So if a nigga do this, watch out, whatever. But at the same time, I also know that they gonna have to go through certain stuff to understand like why it's the way it is and why not to go through it again. Yeah. We even been through that. Like even if you were young and you went through it, every man, I don't care how player, how hard, how whatever you think every nigga that been through that shit where they thought, oh, this the one right here.
Yeah. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And then you might have got drugged a little bit because you want to be with them. Yeah. But then you learn from those things. You have to learn from those things. Okay, I know from this experience in my life, I never want to go through this again. So if I see this trait in you, I'm not fucking with you. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Real. And that's probably my biggest fear with my son. We watched Samson and Delilah yesterday.
Right. Yesterday. That story is so deep, though, bro.
Yeah, we watched that one yesterday.
That story is deep, though. Yeah. Like that Samson and Delilah, bro. If you ain't never watch it.
Watch it. Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, and it shows you the truth. Oh, man. They say, how they say, never trust a big butt and a smile. That girl was poison. Like the way she did that nigga, she set the nigga up for failure. Yeah. She was like one of them setup chicks like they got now, but back then. Yeah. What? She opened the door for the niggas. Like, I'm gonna let y'all know when the door open. I'm gonna do this thing, come on in on it. Like, it's dirty, bro.
Exactly what it was. Probably the first one. The first back door.
Yeah. On the cool though. Yeah. Just like what the first murder was Cain and Abel. That was the first murder that ever happened. Yeah. Everything go back, man. Ain't nothing new under the sun, bro.
Do y'all be feeling like y'all kids be influenced through like movies and songs and shit about how they view the opposite sex? So I know like it's a lot of music about and a lot of movies that portray how love is to women. It's so beautiful and you're gonna die at the same time and everything is butterflies like the Notebook. Yeah. And they think that love is like that. So every time they don't get that in a relationship, then there's a problem. And you're like, bro, that was an R&B song or that was a movie. It's not real life. Like, they really want you to move the earth, the sun, and the trees and whatever they was, you know what I'm saying? But from a boy's perspective, we don't really have that in movies. We don't see the movie the way they see the movie. Like, oh, that was whack. That was the best movie ever.
Stuff to blow.
Yeah, nobody got shot. So do movies and media and stuff have a big effect on y'all kids? They really locked in on social media?
I think it do with the girls.
I don't have a daughter.
With the daughters, I do. Yeah. From my perspective, I got daughters. I think it do with the
daughters. I just see that though.
Yeah.
You feel me? With the daughters.
But how you gonna reinforce that? Like, nah, baby, that's not it. She 14. She in the room crying because her boyfriend told her she a hoe. This is her first time hearing this type of term. Right. You know what I'm saying? How do you comfort your child after something like that?
My thing is I tell them like what I try to teach my kids, man, is like when a person show you who they are, that's who they are. You gotta see it for what it is, not for what you want it to be. And as long as you see it for you see it for what it is, you ain't gonna never miss what it's not. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I try to teach my daughter all the time, because you got some some young cats out here with some game, man.
Yeah.
Damn, baby, you fine, and you know, trying to tell them sweet nothing. That's why when I talk to my daughters, I'll be like, "Hey, beautiful, how you doing today?" And I let them know. I keep that type of stuff in their head. Hey, gorgeous.
So it ain't new to them.
It ain't new to them, nigga. You can't come tell them, "Oh, my daddy tell me I'm beautiful every day."
Yeah. You
what else you got? What's next? You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of stuff we gotta instill in our babies, man.
Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah,
a lot of
if I have a daughter, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, a lot of women I dated in my past, you know, I was living a certain type of way, and if I noticed I got that reaction from something that small, I'm like, boom, daddy issues. Yeah, that's my way in. Yeah. I'm in there. I'm in there tonight.
Let me cater to that problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's how we do when we're going through that phase of life where you're just smashing and dashing. So that's important for you to teach your daughter, like, hey, I know this because I was that man.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm telling you firsthand, this is what he's trying to say. Oh, Dad, you crazy. He don't want to do nothing to me. I'm trying to tell you. That's what he gonna do. Yeah. Exactly. Then 6 months later, he come back crying and shit. He did just what you said. I know. I was trying to give you the game early.
But some stuff, you know, I come to grips with this too. Some things we tell our kids, man, whether it's a son or a daughter, as far as some of the stuff we tell them, man, is like, it doesn't matter how much we beat it in their head. Some stuff they gonna have to physically go through it, bro. Yeah. Emotionally go through it. They don't have to, because that's gonna be part of their lesson in their journey in life. So they might come back later on and be like, damn, Dad, you was right. But they still went through the process of whatever it was. And then there's going to be some situations where they listen to you right off hand and don't even allow themselves to go through it. But you just got to accept there's going to be some situations where they're going to bump their head, bro. And we got to let them.
I've been through that too, because knowing is different than understanding.
Right.
My uncles always told me stuff. And after the stuff happened to me, I understood why they told me. You feel me?
Unfortunately, you had to wait until I went through it.
Real talk, bro. Knowing is different than understanding.
So how do y'all deal with like you and the baby mom having two different understandings on a topic, and the kid is kind of in between? Oh, my dad said do this. Well, you at my house, so it's my house, my rule. Or vice versa. Your baby mom talking about something, you like, nah, you do that at your mama house, but over here, this is what we roll. Because that puts the kid in an awkward place. They like, damn, if I don't do it, my daddy gonna whoop my ass. My mom I ain't gonna hear. I'm gonna hear about that shit for 2-3 weeks.
I try to talk to him and ask him what he think. Yeah. I don't never try to pressure my thoughts on him. I just ask him what he think.
Right.
You feel me? And then I tell him what I think. That might change how he think.
Give him more.
But I'm gonna hear what he want, how he think first.
Yeah.
You know?
So what if how you thinking you feel is fucked up?
I can explain why I feel. I've been on Earth a long time.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I can show you the work, just like in a math problem. I'll show you the work why I think like this.
Yeah.
Right.
And show me the work why you think like that.
Okay.
I've been your way.
And then show me the work if your mother disagree. Right. You feel me?
We can all put it.
Yeah. We could all put it. It's just like a rumor.
Right.
You feel me? Look for the similarities.
Yeah.
And run with that and form your own opinion. You your own person. You a young man. He 15.
Yeah.
You know, so I talk to him similar to how I talk to y'all.
Right. Already.
Is he like real strong-minded, strong-willed, or is he more shy, or how's he turning out?
He pretty soft-spoken.
Yeah.
He real focused. Real focused, like in school, on schoolwork and stuff. He want to be an animator.
Right.
Okay.
He practicing all that stuff. Right. Yeah, he want to make cartoons and stuff.
Is he drawing it or on the computer?
He got like a little pad thing.
Oh, okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, though. I got a question, man, because I was thinking about this, because I think about it myself. Like with my daughter, like, you know, with all my daughters, actually, like, you know, it's certain things, like we was just saying, like, you know, they go learn from the mother's perspective. But it might be certain things that what their mother teaching, it might be from a perspective of a poisonous point of view. Yeah. When I say poisonous point of view, is like you got to think about from the beginning of time when certain things were passed down to our grandparents, great-great-grandparents, to our parents. they got fed from a poisonous point of view. Some of the things they taught was his story, not history.
Yeah,
things that just weren't really facts. It was just a way to coerce us to think the way in the Europeanized perspective. So do you feel like you had more advantage when you had your son for that time that you did before it got back to the co-parent state? You had a better advantage of really dropping the jewels in a day. He really needed to hear that his mama wasn't gonna drop it. Because a lot of times women gonna ride with the program. Yeah. I'm living my life, I'm working, I got a good job, I'm doing. They gonna go with the program, whatever the system going on. They might watch the TV, whatever the president say, okay, this is what it is. But then there's certain things you know that ain't what it is, and you might be trying to lace your kids up on how it really goes. Right. But you can't really do it because you got them in the way of putting this in their head. So that time that you had when it was just you and him, do you feel like that was a good advantage for you to drop them jewels?
I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Dope.
I did. He changed totally. Like
dope. Man,
every day, like to provide, protect, progress. I would tell you that every day. Right. Like when I was younger, I remember when I stayed with a bunch of people growing up, like aunties and uncles and my grandmas and all of them. And when I stayed with one auntie, I had to read a Black history book every week. You feel me? So I made him do that too.
Right.
You feel me? And every time I did something wrong, I had to do push-ups, or I had to, if I spoke improper, like I said, ain't, I called them by their name before saying uncle or aunt or something like that. I had to do push-ups. End of the day, they might drop it on 120 of them.
Right.
You know? So I ain't never whooped him like that. He did push-ups. He pushed that flow.
That's good though. That's a dope way though.
He push that flow and I'm going to talk to him.
It's a dope man.
What's a man's job? You know? When he was younger. And he probably mad at me when he was real young, but that's because he was fucking up.
Right.
But after he quit fucking up,
he understood.
And he kind of, you feel me? He kind of solid now. He said he cut his hair, he boss size. You feel me? At 15, he's solid. He a lot. So yeah, I pumped him for a lot of stuff.
I love it.
He come in here right now, you can ask him who Harriet Tubman is. Oh, she freed the slave, the Underground Railroad. Real railroad? No, it was schools and churches, and he gonna break it down for you off the drop.
That's dope.
He know that.
I love that. Cause you know that's the thing is like we gotta get, you know, growing up, even when we grew up. I mean, it didn't hurt us. It didn't kill us. We learned from it one way or another. But our parents, we grew up where our parents were really just talking at us and not talking to us.
Yeah.
You know, we got to get to the point, like, you know, and I said that in one of the podcasts, we got to start talking to our kids and not just at them. You know what I'm saying? Because the understanding come in when we talking to them instead of talking at them. We got to remember that they humans too. It's a certain level of respect that we have to show them, because how you going to understand respect if you're not getting it? You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to respect you, son. Thank you for doing that. Or daughter, whatever. Thank you for cleaning that up for me. It's okay to tell your kids thank you. Even though I know you my child, you're supposed to do this. But I still should give you the respect and say, thank you for cleaning it up for me like I asked you to do. Because that's showing you proper respect and appreciation. And, you know, we got to talk to our kids and stop talking at them if we want them to get the right understanding.
Have y'all forms of discipline changed as y'all kids got older? Or y'all still stick to the same thing y'all did when they were small?
I don't really have to discipline them anymore. But that's because of how, you feel me?
Well, I think
if you do it right when they're younger,
it's easier.
You feel me? It ain't gonna be no consistent fucking up. It might be some here and there that just come with adolescence, you know, but he don't really get in trouble. I ain't gonna worry about him doing no too dumb shit.
With me, it changed a little bit because of the development of their minds. Because my daughters are like, the youngest daughter I got is 9. I got a daughter that's, I mean, I look young, appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I got a daughter that's, my oldest daughter's like 23. And my youngest daughter, she gonna be 21. My younger daughter finna be 21.
What? Damn.
So I'm a young OG. I'm 40 something. I'm a young OG. But I'm holding it. See, God got me.
You got 2 babysitters.
God got me. You know what I'm saying? God got me. But you know, like I think it changed because of the development of their mind.
Yeah.
And they seeing things from a different perspective, not a teenage or younger perspective. Now they seeing it from adult perspective. Yeah. And they still trying to get an understanding who they are, what direction they want to go as young ladies and stuff like that. So it's certain things that I can't tell them because I'm not a woman, but I can tell them from a male perspective what to look out for and things like that. So it just depends. Man. Yeah. They gonna bump their head a little bit because they older now. Yeah. And they got that avenue in space where they can say, I can do this if I want to because I'm old enough. Yeah. So now they gonna make mistakes.
Everybody gonna make mistakes.
So, but yeah, it just depends on when you ask that question. It just depends on from that perspective. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So has being a single father changed your time management? Does it fuck up like your schedule some? Sometimes you gotta go get it. You're like, damn, I already had tickets to go. You know, see the mask with this little chick or something, and now your baby mom called, I need you to come get your son. Like, does that ever interfere with what you got going on?
No, not really. Yeah. No, because well, you know, I'm an entrepreneur, so I pretty much build cabinets and stuff. I'm able to make my own schedule. Right. You feel me? So as long as I know I can work around pretty much anything. Yeah. You know, I can shift things around. So that's always, and I've been like that since my early 20s, you know? Right. So that was also a blessing. Learn some trades.
Yeah,
where you ain't got to work for nobody. You can't drive a forklift when you clock off for nobody. Yeah. You gotta learn how to do something you can sell. Right. You feel me? Plumbing, carpentry.
Something you can do with your hands.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Sadly.
So if nothing else, I can use these hands
to make some money.
I don't want to, but if I have to.
And I can charge them.
And you know, it's crazy because that's sadly, that's the thing that they trying to knock out the way.
Yeah,
the trades, they trying to build a force of people to work for them instead of having people that's willing to learn a trade and labor for themselves. Yeah. So that's the big old the question is, what do you want to do? What is it in you? What's your gift? What you trying to tap into to put you in a position to better you? You know what I'm saying? They don't happen overnight. For some situations, it take time. Yeah. But once you tap into it and you just continue to follow and fulfill it until something works. So yeah, that's some good advice right there. Learn the trade, man. Tap into your gift, because whatever your trade is, it might be something that's already in you.
Yeah. You ain't got. I got an uncle. You feel me? My Uncle Barry. Shout out Uncle Barry. He say life like a belt. You want to get as many notches as you can on your belt. Yeah. Notches for each thing you can do. Right. Each notch you got, you feel me? Less odds you're gonna be broke. Yeah. Basically. If you know how to work on cars, build, plumber, electrical, you ain't gotta do that for a living, but you'll never be broke. Yeah. Right. Opportunities gonna arise where you can make you some money. Right. Money come around.
That's that hustler spirit. Yeah. You know, most of us are raised in that. But you know, our kids aren't being raised in it. Because we had that hustler spirit. Now we in a better place than we was when we was kids. Yeah. So do y'all find it frustrating that y'all kids are like spoiled and they're softer than the previous version?
Man, he's definitely softer than me because I've been.
Sometimes you looking like, damn, you crying about that shit. Like, but you don't want to give them the same old. Back in my day,
I'll be doing it though.
Yeah, you gonna hear
back in my day. Hear it though.
You gonna hear about the 90s.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you about. We gonna listen to the music and everything. I'm gonna tell you about it. I'm gonna tell you about how my uncles and all them did me.
They sitting over there looking out the window like, God, that's like I always tell the story.
Look at me.
I heard the story 72 times.
They don't know how good they got it, though.
Yeah.
They don't know how good they got it, man. Like,
but
the stuff that they get.
He a better kid than I was, too.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what you want.
Yeah.
You know, and I tell people all the time, man, like, you know, the problem with our generation that came before this generation is because of what our family and grandparents and parents and grandmothers and mothers taught us. It was like, we want our kids to be like, I'm gonna raise you so you can do good and do it this way, but you so entrapped in trying to make your kids be like you that you taking away from them being themselves. You can't raise them to be like you. You gotta raise them to be better than you, to be themselves and be open to their own opinions and their own thoughts, so they can flourish from there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
That's real big.
Yeah, they the heir. You feel me? To the throne.
Right.
They gotta be able to run it. And better than you would be nice.
Right.
For the future heirs.
Yeah.
You know?
Thinking for themselves, that's what plays a part in it. Because it's gonna be situations where they're gonna have to use their thoughts and figure out how they can problem solve in certain situations. Damn, what would Pops do if he was here? Or shoot, how can I do this? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to figure that out to keep whatever you laid down going. They gotta figure that out. If you always trying to put your thoughts in them, they never gonna have room to have their own thoughts to figure shit out. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's real big. Yeah. That's a deep thing that, you know, I had to deal with my child. My mom would always tell me, like, make sure you listen to her. You know, don't talk over her. Make sure you really hear what she's trying to say. Like, she may not know how to say it, how she's thinking it in her head. But kind of like you said on the last episode, it was like, you know, you got all this shit going on in life. You got bills and you dating somebody and your kids here, and you're like, yeah, like I'm trying to deal with shit right now, but they're trying to tell you something really loud. What you had said, and that stuck with me after you said that in that episode. You know, of me being more conscious and making sure I'm listening to them, not just here.
Yeah, that's tough.
So how do you feel like what do you feel like he's gonna be? You already have like something in your head, like he gonna be a doctor or he gonna be a.
I think he's gonna be an animator, man. Make cartoons or video games or something. I definitely think he's gonna be a good businessman.
Yeah.
And then you feel me? I'm trying to leave him a few.
Right.
You know?
Sure.
And some
something
land
to start with.
Yeah.
Grease them pockets a little bit. You're gonna start with more than I started with.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Definitely trying to leave something behind. So.
That's one of the things I wanted to be conscious of. A couple years ago, I went and got life insurance finally. And, you know, I kept seeing more and more people talking about it. And that wasn't really nothing that was talked about when I grew up. I never really knew anybody that had life insurance. My version of life insurance is when you die, your family's on all call around. Somebody gonna take the head, probably your auntie. She gonna try to scrounge up $8,000. We're gonna get in a couple arguments about who should already have the money set aside.
Or they was military.
Yeah, or you military. That body got to be put on ice for like 2 weeks because we can't get this shit figured out. And then we finally get together a little ghetto ass funeral.
Or they'll go the easy, they'll go the cheaper way, just go cremation.
Get you cremated, right?
Because I mean, I got a couple of family members, and my grandma was cremated. You know what I'm saying? Like
that ain't even what her wishes was.
You know what I mean? Like, but some of them they won't. The crazy thing is like it's like their mind is so stuck into the frame of like, hey man, I know the family's struggling. They not thinking outside. They not thinking outside the box of something bigger or how we can progress or how we can create family wealth. They just thinking like the family is, you know, this is our income. This is our base income. This is what the family's doing. You know what I'm saying? So just cremate me. Because I don't want it to be hard.
Trying not to be a burden.
I don't want to be a burden on y'all. Instead of looking at the big picture, you know, let's sit down and let's talk about a plan that we can devise something to create something that's financially going to help us all to where we don't have to even think like that.
Right. You know, the whole family could be putting in on a policy, honestly.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's say it was you, your wife, and y'all had 3 kids that was in their 20s. All of y'all could just put in $50 a month towards a policy on you. You know what I'm saying? So if something happens to dad, this whole structure don't fall apart. We gonna get $500,000, so we got something. Appreciate you, Dad.
Throw that right back on top of the business.
So now we can keep the business going instead of my dad died, then we lost the house, and my mom couldn't do it. And he on crack now. You know what I'm saying? We could stop all of that with just life insurance alone. And that's one thing that I don't see nobody talking about that shit in black households growing up.
That's true.
At all. So do y'all speak to y'all kids about having a backup plan and like finances for the next generation, or is it too young?
I
talk to him now.
I tell him, hey, one day I'm going to go. I don't know when I'm going to go, but when I go, everything is yours. Right. You feel me? If anybody tell you different, they lie. Hold it down. Don't sell nothing. Give it to your son, the third. You feel me? And acquire most stuff. Yeah. And give it to him. Tell him the same. Tell him what to do to the fourth. You feel me? That's how you.
That's real. That's real. Cause my thing is this, man. Like, you know, I feel like, just think about it like this is a good little analogy, a good little example. Like, you think about, you got people in Japan and China and just, you know, all over different parts of the world where you might have an 8-year-old right now that's a millionaire or billionaire because he's a genius. You know what I'm saying? How did they get a genius? How did they get to that genius mind state? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Their creativity and all that, their parents, all they did was continue to help them build on their creativity and how they think and what their thoughts are. So if whatever seeds they planted in that child to get them to that next level in life, to be who they are, we can do that with our kids now too. So I just, they're too young. Don't tell them that. So you 5 years old, I'm finna talk to you like you 20 right now. Right. So when you get 15, you gonna be talking like you 30. Yeah. Like, so it's, I'm already dropping seeds in you right now that's gonna put you ahead of everybody else. So when it comes to the age factor, I think that's just something people throw out there. That's a distraction. It's whatever we put in our kids now, they never too young. They never too young to get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? They might not understand it as much, but then they're gonna reach a certain peak where they're, okay, now I know why.
I remember you used to always say that. Yeah, it could take 10, 15 years. There you That's what he meant. Like, you was gonna have that little grin, like, okay. I remember what it was. So what's the number one thing y'all say to y'all kids the most? If I was to call your son here right now, like, what's your dad saying? What are you gonna say?
Man, oh no, I got a lot of sayings. I can write a book.
Yeah,
I got a lot of sayings.
You got something that you say a lot too?
I always tell them like this. Trust yourself. And then I always tell them, because I know kids gonna smoke, drink. They gonna do what they do. I mean, they grown now, but they do that. I say, you know, never drink a drink you didn't pour, and never smoke a blunt you didn't roll.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a heavy statement, you know, because it's not even just literal on just drinking and smoking. Just, you know, only trust what you know you saw with your own eyes.
That's what you did. And that's the whole point of my saying.
Anything coming from anybody other hand or mouth, there's a chance that it might not be 100.
There you go.
You're not 100% safe.
Yeah, that's the breakdown. That's the whole point.
So I love that saying. They be like, oh, that's a hood saying. I'm like, yeah, but it's got understanding.
It's the breakdown behind it.
If you speak our language, you're
gonna know what it's like. You caught on to it that quick. You feel me? But you know, it's just make you think, like, it ain't just like, oh damn, he rolled the blunt. No, I ain't gonna do that. Oh, he got poured a drink for him. No, it's gonna make you think in every situation, like, oh, this person said that, but I don't know. Let me go look for myself.
Yeah.
Or this person gave me this, but I don't know if this is solid. Let me make sure.
You looking at it say it's organic.
Yeah, but I don't know. You feel me?
I ain't see it come.
It's gonna make them use their own mind.
Right.
Don't think like me. Just think.
For yourself.
That's it.
Not from what somebody else is telling you.
Simple and plain, bro.
A person can make their mouth say anything.
Right.
Yeah. You don't know what they got to gain from the situation. That's why I'm so careful, like, doing business with other people. You know, a lot of times niggas, you always do shit by yourself. You don't fuck with nobody. Right. It's not that I don't really fuck with y'all. I just don't know.
Easier and less risk.
Some things I'm risky with, some things I'm not. If I'm investing a lot of time in it, I'm probably not going to be that risky with it. Because I really value my time. So if I see you kind of moving a little questionable, or even if I just heard something that's hearsay, let me do some more investigating first.
Research first.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta be like-minded, bro. Gotta move on the same wave pattern, bro.
It was kind of how me and him met. Like, you know, we kept coming around each other and he kept talking about it, but I'm like, let me give it some more time and fill him out. And see if every time I talk to him, if he on the same thing or he was just, you know, on the spotlight one time. I call it the spotlight. Everybody get on their little soapbox for a minute.
They might be feeling like
but
that.
every time I seen him, he was on that same vibration. I'm like, oh, he really talking about that. All right, let's do business.
Yeah.
And now we on episode 6. You know what I'm talking about?
And I'm cool. That's kind of how, like, speaking of, the camera guy. The camera guy over there. Shouts out to Odell. Behind the lens. You know what I'm saying? But, like, he just always been on point. Yeah. Always. And I was telling, like, we have conversations sometimes, not even with him around. Like, and we always talk about, man, when things go the way they supposed to go, when things blow, Odell's gonna be right there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna mention no name, but we had another guy, we dealt with. He was like, he was low-key trying to kick Odell out the box. I was like, nah, he ain't going nowhere. Yeah. We're not finna kick him out the box like that because his loyalty to us, he always on time. He always 100 with it. Like, and we like that with anybody we deal with, even people we bring on the show. Like when we first started, it was like, people wanted to come on, talk about their rap careers and I mean, that's cool, but that's not the basis of the show. Like, it's all good. We gonna let you speak about what you do and all that. We gonna give you your spotlight, your 10 minutes of whatever. But let's talk about something that's real. That's gonna be something that's gonna touch the culture. Yeah. That's gonna help people. That's something that people might not talk about no more. So that now we here. Yeah. And the setup is dope as fuck. I love it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's like dope as fuck. Yeah. So we've been doing this shit years ago.
For real. You know what I'm saying?
So, especially with you having girls, how do you deal with the emotions y'all kids go through? Do they ever hit you up on, Daddy, this boy did this?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, that's hard, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like, it's crazy because sometimes it could hit that it could be seasonal. It could be one going through it, the other one good. Then it be them situations where they both going through it at the same time. Like, and I'm talking about, I just recently was just having these type of conversations with my two oldest. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of them have a situation over here, one have a situation over here. And sometimes they get mad because being that they so in their emotions and they want to hear the things that's gonna kind of calm and soothe their heart. But when I tell them the truth, sometimes you're not on my side. I'm gonna call mom. I mean, if that's what you want to do, I love you. Talk to you later then. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you the truth because sometimes what you're dealing with might be something that you brought. Yeah. You gotta keep it real. If you want to grow and be the woman that you're supposed to be, you gotta realize that you have to be responsible for the shit you doing too. And that's just what it is. I'm not gonna raise you, and I'm not gonna like pity pat you through it. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you because the type of woman that you need to be, as far as being tapped into your femininity and things like that, to overcome that masculine side that your mamas might have gave you or passed down to you, you have to tap into that feminine side. And I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to baby you. I'm not going to do none of that. I'm keeping it real with you. And that's what I tell them. Just, look at what you can change about yourself as well that might make that situation go a little bit easier for you. You know what I'm saying? Anything outside of that, if it ain't good for you, see it for what it is and move around. Yeah. Simple and plain.
Do you have to deal with that with your son? Or not really because it's a boy?
I try to, if he do feel some type of way, I listen to him and everything, you feel me? But I do stress that, you feel me? When you become a man, ain't too many people gonna care outside of me, and you feel me? A few others. So you
get it out now.
Yeah, you need to toughen the fuck up.
I'm the only one
that ain't that bad, you feel me? I feel you. That's sad. Yeah. As a man, we got to take shit on our shoulder and keep providing, protecting, and progressing every day. Keep stepping.
Those basic things still have to be done.
Yeah. And that's the thing, dealing with the girls. Women don't understand that. It's like they need to take that time to reflect on this. Like, right now, I have to deal with this emotion. Me and we'll throw that shit on our back and keep going. Yeah, eat that shit. Because the rent, water, electric, cable due today. Right. Yeah. I still got to go get this 12 hours in so I can have this extra $1,200 to put on this. Yeah. I deal with that shit later, or I think about it a little bit throughout the day. We really going to analytically hash it out, though, and be done with it. You get home every day for 6 days straight, she's still bummed out thinking about this shit. You like, I thought we was done with that.
Right. Yeah, I was bummed out.
You don't want to, explore your emotions. You like, really, I thought I handled it in my head.
Yeah, but I had shit to do.
Yeah. So some of the things that I've had discussions with women about, now I have discussions with my daughter about, because she thinks, you know, of course, like a woman.
Right.
So we still kind of at odds on the way we think. Yeah. And like you said, sometimes they'll want to get off the phone, and she'll be like, I know she'll want to like stop texting because she'll get like real dry. Like, okay, yeah, like, all right, you didn't really want to hear that. It was your fault. Yeah. Or I always tell her, you know, whatever you go through, the only thing you can change is how you think about it.
Right.
So the bad thing already happened. Like, you can't change that. So while you sitting here sulking, you could be thinking on how not to have it happen again, how to get out of the situation. Like, you spend your time wisely in your head.
Yeah.
I always tell her that. So to go back to when I asked y'all about the thing y'all say, that's probably the thing I tell her the most, is you control your feelings and how you feel, you know, in circumstances, and that will control your environment. You can be living in the shittiest neighborhood, making 10 grand a year, but if your mindset is right, you know what I'm saying, it don't feel the same. Yeah.
That's real. I like that. I like that perspective. But also, I want to say this too, like, especially for single fathers too, like, even though we got to take that shit, we got to throw it on our shoulders, it don't mean sweep it under the rug, though. You still have to deal with those emotions,
you gotta come back to
those feelings. You got to come back to it, because you're not going to grow in that area, and that might be like that could be like a snare that keep you back from something else that you got to succeed in, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It could hurt you in some way later on. You know, it could build up resentment, trauma, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you still have to deal with it, whatever that is. As men, we have to. We can't deal with the way women deal with it. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? But we do have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say that, just shoot that out there, because some people might get to understand it wrong. Oh, just brush it off. No, you got to deal with that. Whatever that feeling, that emotion, whatever that is, you know what I'm saying? You got to fix that within yourself, so it won't be something that hurts you later.
You just saying don't take 10 years.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I know some older women that have held on to stuff for 20, 30, 40 years.
And be bitter as hell.
Still bitter. Yeah, she took my boyfriend when we was in high school. In high school?
And you like 60. Like,
you know you 60, you still worried about she took your man.
Mad because you found a pager number.
Yeah. Like, come on. And you know what I'm saying? I know the trauma is like a touchy thing, but I noticed that, like, even when young girls get touched, you know, at a younger age, there has to be some type of counseling from the parents. And I always hear the kids, like, I told my mama, but she, you know, her first thing she said was, "What did you have on? What did you do?"
Like,
you know, don't ever approach it that way. Like, my mom was 8. I didn't do nothing. There was nothing I could have did at 8 that made
to make
it
a person do that to me.
And get your child counseling. So do y'all ever, have you ever had to put your kids in counseling? Do y'all believe in counseling? I don't see a lot of parents with kids in counseling. It's usually like home counseling. For me,
I think you should be the counselor. I think if you doing it, see, there you go. I feel that. I think if you do it, it won't even have to go to the next step to where you have to go somewhere else. When they call you, like, my thing with me, with my daughters, bro, it's like, I ain't knocking their mamas. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's their mamas. They love their mama. But my daughters can call me and talk to me about things that they can't talk to with their mamas about, because, you know, mothers, they gonna come from the perspective of like, why you do that? Oh, you know you shouldn't do that. I don't come like that. I come at them I come from a level of understanding when I'm talking to them, and I let them know from my standpoint why I feel the way things should be this way, or why they should look at them this way, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different level of understanding, man. But the counseling got to start at home, I think. So when you go outside of that, it's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong. I'm not knocking anybody who's doing it, because sometimes it be certain traumas your kids go through that you're not a doctor, so certain things you can't diagnose. So you might have to go to that level a little bit.
If your child asked to go, would you let them go? Would you pay for it?
I'll be down to take
Or you tell them, like, no,
we got to see how much that costs.
Let's see.
Yeah,
it's $150 a week.
I'm with it. I'm not saying I wouldn't agree to it, but it got to be agreeable with what our finances is, what's going on. Because one thing for sure, I can walk around this motherfucker and be broke as a motherfucker, but everything that I need to take care of, I'm straight.
Some of them, the parents don't be in there. They leave the kid in there. They in the hallway.
They might not even tell them shit. I'll tell them the same shit I told them.
You feel what I'm saying? And you paid all that money.
I paid that money.
That could have been something you invested in yourself, or in your home, or in things you needed to do. Like that's my thing. Like you know, like I was saying, like as long as my main stuff that I know I have to, my basics are taken care of, I'm good. If it's gonna fuck with my basics, baby, I got this set amount that I pay over here. This is what I'm doing over here. This how much I put away. This how much I'm broke. This what I got. Like this ain't enough to pay for that. So we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
YouTube something on how to
feel me? We do that. We'll figure it out some kind of way, but we not finna fuck with the basics.
YouTube becoming clutch. You can learn anything.
Counseling for dummies. Why you feel like that?
Yeah. Let me read chapter 12.
Go on there and ask questions. For real. But it started home. At the end of the day, it started home.
Yeah.
What are you teaching them in the house? You know what I'm saying? What are you talking to them about in the house? Because a lot of times, like you said, when you get them ready, like how you got your son ready, when you get them ready, then there's certain things when they meet those type of things, when they run into those type of things, they understanding gonna be on a certain level to where they're gonna be able to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm gonna ask y'all both, what's y'all proudest moment of y'all child? Y'all have something, like, it could be something small they did, and you like, my boy finally got that, you know what I'm saying? It could be switching the left hand hoop, and I don't know, whatever, anything. Y'all got a story or instance?
Man, I got a few. Let me think. I know when he started high school, I was like, for report cards, I was just trying to play the field, you know, trying to get in his head. I said, because I used to pick him up from school. Yeah, I would be standing by the girl, you know, he got that long hair and all that stuff. Yeah. So I was like, you saw all them girls over there?
Yeah.
Said, nah, I'm focused on these grades. I'm trying to provide, protect, progress.
Yeah.
I said, oh, okay. Grades came out. He was on honor roll, and they asked him to be. He said he could take them college classes.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I might be doing something right out there.
Yeah. Finally was like, okay.
Yeah.
There goes some validation.
That's dope.
Yeah. They don't understand how much them grades be mattering.
Yeah.
I know they hate going to school. They hate
They might not be teaching you. You feel
what you gonna use, but it's
what
still
they supposed to.
necessary.
But if you get good grades, that's gonna be a stepping stone
to the next level.
Right. You and then why not be in a good position?
Yeah, that's
what it teaches them. It teaches them to stick with something that you don't like doing, that you don't like going to every day, because the greater reward is on the other side. Once you go through that bullshit, learning all the shit that you're not gonna use later, but you're gonna use that high school diploma or bachelor's degree or whatever. Yeah. Because that matters to them.
That GPA.
Yeah.
Well, I got my daughters, man. Like one of them, man, my oldest daughter, I remember she had graduated early, man. So I was real proud of her about that, graduating early. It's like she was like, man, I'm finna just get to it. Do what I gotta do. She graduated early, you know what I'm saying? So I was proud of her for that, because you know, that just showed how advanced she really is, you know what I'm saying? And my middle daughter, she I was proud of her because she went through a lot of trauma. Like, we did an episode on the Cinderella effect, and she went through that, you know, the emotional side of the Cinderella effect. You know, she dealt with a lot of trauma and stuff like that. So when she finally like gave herself the strength to step out on her own, get her own spot, I had a nice little car drop top audience. I'm like, oh shit, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was proud of her because at this time she was only like 19. She was like 19 when she did, you know, but it was like the stuff that she went through and had to overcome to get to that point. It really, really, really made me proud of her, because I said, you know, you really strong.
You came out.
You really stronger. Yeah, you stronger than you thought you were. You strong. And you know, she's still pushing. Yeah, you know.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
So how do y'all move through the disappointing times? Is it a one conversation thing and then they got it, or do you have to keep on harping on them? for a few months and they keep doing the same shit? What do y'all go through?
I don't really see too much disappointment, to be honest. Not these days. I think it's pretty. I feel like it's downhill for real.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. That's really what it feel like. We already went uphill.
Yeah.
Now everything seems like cruise control.
Right.
You in a unique spot because you downhill on 2 of them, but you still uphill on that one, that 9-year-old.
So you already know. You could imagine what my mind state is at with that.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, like I say this to people all the time, man, and it's crazy, but to me it's real, and it makes sense to me. If y'all pick up on what I'm gonna say, I don't understand. It's like I'm happy for my kids. Well, let's just say, especially for the young one. You know what I'm saying? Because that this is especially what I'm about to say is towards her, because she still got a long way to go. It's like I'm happy for my kids, but I'm sad for them at the same time because they got to deal with so much more. Just look at the way the world is now. Yeah, when they get our age, look how it's gonna be fucked up, bro. Like we don't know what they gonna experience, what they might be seeing, and what's gonna be going on in their life. It's gonna be crazy. Like it's like I'm happy you here. God bless me with you, but I'm kind of sad too because the shit this fucked up world throwing at us. Yeah. So it's like, you know, you gotta really, really dedicate yourself to like giving them the game and dropping jewels on them and all that kind of stuff. But like sometimes, you know, like I was saying earlier, you could tell them things and they'll learn from it like that. Yeah. And then some things they'll be like, "Hey, Dad, I know we talked about this before, but I still feel this way." And okay, well, I done told you this, and this. I want you to know this, and this, and that's it. And I'm done. Yeah. And then from there, you're gonna have to learn on your own. But the jewels that I gave you and dropped on you, they gonna help you. Even if some of them don't help you right then, they gonna help you later on. And you're gonna be able to tell your kids. So that's how I look at it. But I want to ask you the same question. The same 2 questions. What thing about your child made you really happy? And also the question you just asked right now, do you feel like they take it in, you know, once you give them
for my daughter, it's definitely not a one conversation thing. It's a repetitive thing.
It's with girls, man. I think it's just something with women, man. Like,
it might
have
be
assurance.
And it's how I say it too. Because I could say something to one of y'all, like, I don't know, nigga, pick the phone up. And you just grab the phone. But to her, she be like, "Why you yelling at me like that?" And I'm like, "I just said it. I ain't mean it like." You know, he didn't take no offense to it. It was just off the down. Right. So a lot of times it's not what I'm saying, it's how I'm saying it. So I may be too assertive for her. So it's something that my mom talks to me about how to better approach her to get the point across. Right. Like you may be saying the right thing 1,000 times, but it's never gonna go in if you don't say it the right way. Yeah, right. You said it the right way one time, boop. Because some things she'll be like, "I learned this," and I'm like, "Where you get that from?" And she'll say like some dude on YouTube. I'm like,
"I just told you that." Like 5
years. Yeah, you're not about to get a credit to Tom whoever on Facebook or something. Nah,
we just talked about this last week.
Yeah, that was me. You know what I'm saying? So now when he say it, now you can understand it. Well, he said it this way. Well, let me see the video. You know, sometimes I'll go in her room and sit down and watch. You know, like she's into like church videos a lot. And like speakers, like pastors and stuff. So I sit down and listen, like
God first, y'all. God first.
Yeah, for sure. So like where her TV is out on the wall, it's on the other side of the wall is a master bedroom. Yeah. So I can hear. So I'm like, let me go see, you know, who this man is talking to my daughter. Whatever ideas he put in her head, she's keeping them. Right. So, you know, I sit in there and make sure it's all square business. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, I dip out. But that kind of leads into my proudest moment. Last year, for some reason, she had like some type of epitome and like jumped into this spiritual, getting herself together mode, like completely on her own. She didn't get it from me, I don't think, or from her mom. Right. And she's like hardcore focused on it. Everything I do, like, you know what I'm saying? She's on my ass about it. Like, you doing that with the right intentions? Like, where you learn this from? That's motivational speaking. You been talking to Tony Robbins or something?
You know what I'm saying? For real.
So I'm like, I like that though. Like she put me in there one night, and I was in there. I'm thinking I'm about to just, cause every night I go in there, I tell her good night, give her a kiss, and I went in there for that, and we ended up talking for like an hour and a half. And she was just like pouring her mind out to me, and I was just like, it was like a painting though. In my mind, I could see the visions of what she was saying. Right. So I was like real proud of her, just for like having this understanding because she's 14 at such a young age. I'm like, why you think like this? Yeah. Like, I got this like 2 years ago. So like y'all said, they get the knowledge faster than us. Yeah. So it like blows my mind. I went in there and laid down. I'm like, and she was in there talking about like, you know what I'm saying? So now we having conversations like that. Right. Yeah. So, I'm proud of her for finding that understanding, and she's living through it. She's trying to better her diet, not eating pork. And I'm like, oh, this shit ain't gonna stick. She gonna eat some bacon. Yeah. She come back to me the next summer. I set her up. I make eggs, bacon, and shit for breakfast. Say, now I don't want no bacon. I'm good. Yeah. Okay, you still sticking with it? That's dope. Okay. Because I told her when she started down this path, I'm like, you in the little 10%, 90% of people are on this wave. So don't make them influence you into doing what they doing. Yeah. Even if it's something as small as eating bacon. Just because, this is the norm. Why you being weird? Why you ain't nobody getting no turkey bacon for you because you want something different. Right, yeah. You still stick with what you doing. Yeah, that's it. Don't worry about that. They gonna try to ostracise you. And the girls at school, especially, they gonna make fun of you and call you names, but you still stick to what you believe in. For whatever reason you believe in it for. Right. And you ain't gotta explain that to nobody why you believe it. So
that's real. I like that. I like the way you broke that down. How you told her, because our kids gotta have their own mind, man. Especially in the new age now with technology, and like we said, we got phones, we got, you know what I'm saying? They gotta have their own mind, bro. They gotta be able to think for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Do y'all have any issues at school with your kids? Did y'all ever go through the bullying thing? I know the bully thing is real popular right now, and the kids commit suicide and shit.
I did once in middle school. Some kid tried to take his backpack or something. Yeah. And he got in trouble for fighting, like 2 or 3 of them. He got in trouble for hitting one of them, grabbing his backpack back. Yeah. That was another proud moment. Yeah. That's what I told you to do.
Yeah. Somebody in the office, like, don't ever hit people.
Touch him and take it back. Yeah. You feel me? You feel me? I think we can win that case.
Yeah. So are you in the principal office, like, you chastise them, but then you get to the car, like, my nigga? Nah. Or you in there, like, that's what I told them to do.
I went in there, like, you feel me? He is somebody. That's not like him. Why?
Yeah, it had to be something that triggered that, because I know
my son. He said somebody took their backpack, and he was trying to take it back, and they hit him, so he hit him.
Okay, so why is he in here?
So they was like, they're both in trouble. I said, well.
Yeah, we'll take that.
I seen I don't see a problem personally.
Yeah. I teach my kids though, like, somebody hit you, hit them back. Yeah. And I always tell them, like, don't, like my youngest daughter, I tell her in school, like, don't be no bully, don't be one of them kids that pick on everybody. But if somebody hits you, hit them back. Like, I still don't want you not to have like good characteristics about yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I still want you to carry yourself in the proper manner, but like, just if it come down to it. You know what you need to do, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And I tell the principal, teacher, whoever, the same thing. This is how we raise our kids. It didn't hurt us. My mama grew up, she told us, like, if they bigger than you and you feel like you can't take them, pick something up and hit them across the head.
My dad told me too. Yeah. Everything is a weapon.
Everything.
They should have thought about that before they came
from. Poke them in the eye, you need to make it back home.
Right, that's it.
That's what my dad would tell me. Number one thing is I gotta make it back home. Right. I'm going home by any means necessary. Right. I feel for your family, but I got somewhere to be. Yeah. That's one of the things I try to instill in my daughter, but she don't have that in her. She didn't grow up how I grew up. She's she's in the Instagram age, so she's at the, I want everybody to like me, so, and that's a dangerous slope you can get on. That's a slippery slope. Yeah. Because then you start compromising yourself doing things you really ain't comfortable with, but everybody's doing it, and I don't want to just be the one left behind, so you do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? I almost drowned that way, actually. Hey, I was like 15, I went to this prom party. I was working at Wendy's. This was my first job. Right. Shout out to Wendy's. They hired me. I was illegal to them motherfuckers. You ain't supposed to work until you're 16, but the manager stayed across the street from me. Right. And she knew I was a good kid and I was just looking to hustle. So she put me in. Nigga, I was working like 40 hours a week, adult hours. But you know, at the time, you're only supposed to work 20 hours a week. That's like the state law. Yeah, I'm coming up like 500, 560 a week.
Boss, you was boss.
Yeah, that was
back
like,
then you was boss up.
Yeah, it was like 550 hours.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, I was working at Wendy's and it was in a suburban area. And I had to catch the bus all the way out here. It was all these white folks and they was going to this prom party. It was like Greensville, Ohio. So it sounded like some shit I wasn't supposed to be at. Right. I go out there anyway. And they all jumping in the water. I know I can't swim. But they jumping in and they coming out so fast. I'm like, it can't be that deep. Because they just like, bloop, bloop, bloop. And they just going back and forth. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to jump in with them. So I jump my black ass in. Bro, as soon as I get in, ain't no fucking bottom. I'm kicking, doing all the shit I done seen. Ain't none of that shit working. Yeah. This white girl worked with me, Becca. Shout out to Becca. You saved my life for real. She jumped in. When she got close enough to me, I just grabbed her head, pushed her head down so I could come up and get air. Yeah. Becca fucking almost died, but she saved me. She got like airlifted to the hospital. You know, I had to go see her and make sure she was straight. She had so much water in her lungs from pushing her head underwater. But, you know, all in all, the story is about not doing shit that you're not comfortable with, that you know you weren't supposed to because you wanted to fit in. I ain't want to be the one black guy that all these black people can't swim at the fucking prom party. Like, why did you even come? Yeah. And if I had that wisdom, like, nah, I'm going to just sit over here and chill. Y'all have fun. Shit, I'll take pictures of y'all. Well, we ain't had these.
It's okay to be different.
It's okay to be different.
And the thing is this one.
I learned the hard way.
It's okay for... It's not wrong with wanting people to like you. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, we're in that age now where kids, they on Instagram, TikTok, all this other social media stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with people liking you. But the thing is, you got to make sure people like you for who you are. Right. Not for who you feel like they want you to be. And our kids got to understand and know that, man. Yeah. Do they like you for who you are? You just a pretender. Yeah. No, just be you. Be real.
You ain't gonna be able to pretend forever. Yeah. You know, life's gonna go away anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So, man, I definitely want to, you know, thank you for hosting us today. You know what I'm saying? It's our first episode outside of the studio. Shout out to C Walker. We always use C Walker Studios. It's all love, but we just getting a different look this year. Yeah, we're gonna go to everybody's hoods. We're gonna be tapped in with the community. We're gonna support y'all clothing, y'all business, whatever y'all got. You know what I'm saying? Is there anywhere that they can find your clothes, like a link or something?
Oh, what my little? I had an Instagram thing.
Okay, you got something over here?
Yeah.
I don't know where you got it at. Let's see on here.
That card right there.
It's a card right here. Instagram. There we go. It's Instagram.
Y'all get tapped in with the Stay Ready brand. Panda.
You know what I'm saying? Also, hey, we leave y'all. Tell them what the Instagram is as well. Yeah. Even though he. You know what I'm saying?
That's Stay Ready Business.
Stay Ready Business. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all see that Panda, y'all know what time
it is. Hit that up, baby. Y'all hit that up.
For sure. But till next time, man, y'all stay educated.
Y'all stay motivated, man.
Y'all stay motivated. Y'all stay tapped the fuck in, man.
For real, man. We're gonna holler at y'all, man. Peace.
King, what's good? Baby? There you go. What's happening? What's going on with you? You doing all right, bro? This mug is clean.
Dope. I'm liking it, bro.